Namaste. Welcome to Kaivalya Yoga Gurukulam, KYG. In this short video, I'm going to show you some of the do's and don'ts that will help and prevent lower back problems. First thing is, how do we sit on the floor? For most of us, if you're from India especially, we sit on the floor, so we cross our legs and sit down on the floor like this. This is a very normal practice. Now, what is good about it? It's good for the knees, so it's good. But what is bad about it? It is bad for the lower back to sit like this. So, because there is a lot of pressure on the back. That's why we invariably start crouching like this and sitting. So this is not good for the lungs. You're not going to breathe well. It's going to continue to create a back problem. So what is a good way to sit if you are sitting on the ground? Is you use what our ancestors used, what the yogis recommend, a plank. A small plank like this, where you place it under your buttocks, your glutes. So your glutes are at a slightly higher level than your feet. That way the blood continues to flow and you can sit longer, very, very comfortably without any pressure on your lower back. You can sit like this for hours on end with little practice. These planks are easy to get. Now, for some reason, if you don't have this, you can use a yoga block. This might be a little too high for some to sit, or the best way is to simply get a rolled up towel or a bed sheet and place it under the buttocks again. So place the buttocks at a height and allow the blood to flow down into your feet. So you put a carpet or a rug, roll a towel under your glutes and sit. This is the ideal way to sit for meditation, for kirtans, even for food. You'll be able to bend forward, and you see when you're bending forward, there's no hunching of the back. You're maintaining the length of the spine, so you're able to breathe, and you're folding at the waist level here. That is all because of this height. So it's a good idea to sit at a height. So that's number one, tip number one. So the other one is some exercises that I want to show you here. So one exercise, for those of you who can do it, I'm going to use a short stool. So think of getting a short stool, and this height is really subjective. You could take it a little higher, a little lower, but something with a solid base. So I'm just using the stool as an example. So I'm going to place both my hands on the stool, place my right foot forward, make sure the knee is perpendicular to my feet, to my foot. It doesn't go like this. Watch. You don't want this to happen because it's not good for the knee. Knee above so knee should not go in front of the toes. That's your perpendicular, okay? Pressing the stool, so take all the weight off your knees and your back. You're going to take the other leg back. Place that knee on the ground. Place your toes out, left knee. And then you're going to drive your hip. You're going to drive the hip towards the stool and straighten your back. Okay? So this is a very good exercise that activates and tones the lower back muscles. It squeezes the lower back muscles in the right manner. You breathe in and out. Use your chest. Keep your stomach pulled in throughout the exercise. Use your chest to breathe in and out. Let me show you the other side. And then when you're coming off the pose, again, lean on the stool. Take the weight off your back. Bring the other leg forward. Again, knee over your foot. Take the right leg back, right knee on the ground. And then watch the hip from here. Drive the hip in, and you're leaning forward at this point. Press the stool, straighten your back. This straightening of the back is important. Otherwise, you could be like this. Press the stool, straighten the back. Again, the pressure comes here. You will feel a little stretch on your thigh initially. All this place gets stretched, and that's a good thing. All your lower back, your lower body gets nicely toned in this exercise. Straighten and relax. All right, the next exercise is using the same stool. I'm going to sit on a stool. This exercise is done sitting on a stool. Again, don't sit on the ground and do this exercise. Your legs are down, you get full support of the back. First part is interlock your fingers, place them behind your head, and arch back, squeezing the shoulder blades, open up the chest, drop your head back. This is very good for the cervical part of the spine. You squeeze the shoulder blades in. Again, stomach, try and keep it in. Breathe in and out. Hold this for about 30 seconds. Then relax. There are other variations you can add on to this. Interlock your fingers at the back. Squeeze the shoulder blades again. Drop your head back. Again, very good for the middle, the dorsal part of the spine, the cervical part of the spine, the middle and the upper back. Breathe in and out. Try and see if you can keep your palms together. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And relax. If you find this difficult, you can hold the sides of the stool and do the same exercise. Arch back. Breathe in and out and relax. All for 30 seconds. You can hold it. Then bring your knees up and then place your hands down and just relax for another 30 seconds just to counter the stretch. Hunch your back and relax. Counter the stretch. Okay, this is a very good exercise for your back. These are things you can do on an everyday basis, preferably before meals, but on a light stomach is also okay for these exercises. The last one, this especially you have to do it on an empty stomach ideally, is engaging the core. If this part of the stomach is tight and toned, it puts lesser pressure on the back. Otherwise, the stomach bulging creates a lot of pressure on your lower back, right? Because it's constantly pulling forward. So this exercise is called the plank. Place your elbows on the ground. Again, shoulder perpendicular to the floor. Don't let your shoulder go forward like this, perpendicular to the floor. Place your knees on the ground first. Pull your stomach in, and then straighten both the knees. And hold this position. This is not an easy exercise, but you can start with 10 seconds at first. Again, you tend to raise your butt up like this. Bring it down. Body is parallel to the floor. Hold the stomach tightly in. Engage the core. Breathe in and out. Feet can be together. Feet can be slightly apart. It's up to you. Breathe in and out. So from about 10 seconds minimum, you can go up to about a minute to hold this pose. All the time stomach is pulled in, you're going to breathe in and out with the chest. Okay? And once you're done, then place your knees on the floor, open up the knees, and simply lazily stretch into Adho Mukha Virasana, it is called, but this is simply to counter the stretch. Breathe in and out. Relax. And slowly come up. There are many exercises, but I thought these 3 exercises and learning how to sit on the floor will go a long way in helping you prevent back problems, and for those of you who have back problems, it'll help you control them and then slowly begin to cure them in the long run. Thank you for watching. Namaste.